Hello, friends, and welcome back to Travel Guide Around the World. Today, I'm going to tell you about one of my amazing trip that is from Bengaluru to Mysuru. Why it was amazing? Because it was a road trip. I was the solo traveler, lone rider, and the most adventurous thing was I was traveling next day of the demonetization. When demonetization started in India, I was traveling right next day onto that, so I was not having any cash. I was having an ATM card which was useless because none of the ATMs were working, so it was an adventurous trip. Uh, Fine, so basically, I traveled from Bengaluru. I started from Bengaluru, traveled to Seringapatna, and then went to Mysuru. So, uh, when I was there in Seringapatna, there are some of the places that you can visit. I will explain about it later, but right now, if you want, you can just pause the video and note down the places where you can visit in Seringapatna. And after that, I went to Mysuru, and in Mysuru, there are some other places that are really important to visit. And Mysuru is known as the city of palace, so there are lots of palaces you must visit, including the Mysore Palace. So I'll be explaining about it later, but you can note down these places which you must visit. Apart from that, there are two places which are unexplored places, and I'm recommending you to visit those places. One is Gopal Swami Beta, which is near Mysuru, and the other one is Karigatta Temple, which is near Seringapatna. So here's the detailed information about my 2 days trip to Mysuru. I started my journey from Bangalore from my home at around 5:30 a.m. It is the right time to start a journey 5 or 5:30. I will suggest everyone if you're going on a bike ride, because to reach Seringapatnam it will hardly take 3 hours to you, even if you are going very in very less speed and you're enjoying the environment as well. Anyways, I stopped by for a cup of tea at around 6:30 a.m. when there was sunrise. It was a pretty good environment. I clicked some pictures as well. And finally, at 8:10 a.m., I stopped by a very small tea shop. And why it was special? There is some reasons about it. I don't know the name of the shops. It's something written in South Indian. If you know it, you can read it out. But why it is special? Because there was a pet cat in this particular tea shop, and she was giving pose for the pictures. That she was a very adorable cat and giving pose for all kind of pictures. It was amazing. Anyways, apart from that, why it was special? Its owner of the shop was neither speaking English nor Hindi, but he brings a twist to my journey. What exactly he did? He suggested me to visit an old temple nearby, which is named as Karigatta Temple, and it's my suggestion to everyone that if you are not going to Ooty and still want to enjoy the curves of a hilly road, you must visit this place. It's a 1 to 2 kilometer stretch of hilly area where you have to climb up on the road with your bike, of course, and you can enjoy the curves of that particular road, which you gonna love. I can bet on this. This particular place is hardly 5 kilometer before Seringapatnam, and it can easily be searched on Google Map. So it's my suggestion. You should visit this place, and you can check out one of the video that I have made for of this road. Unfortunately, I was not having something to hold my camera like that, so it's not a very good video, but at least you can understand what exactly the place is, and you are definitely gonna enjoy it. So finally, after completing the Karigatta temple, I reached Seringapatna, which is the historical town Seringapatna, as they call in their welcome board. It is very much famous for Tipu Sultan itself. Tipu Sultan was used to live here, and that's why this particular place is historical. Initially, I went to the Sri Ranganath Swami temple, which is the temple of Lord Vishnu, in the sleeping posture on the greatest snake, that is Anantnag. It is one of the largest temple in this state, and you can see how beautiful it is from outside. Inside, camera was not allowed, so I'm unable to click any picture out there, but from outside you can see how beautiful architecture it has. You should note down the timing as well, because you should reach according to that only. Early morning 9 a.m. it opens. After that, I went to the Tipu Sultan's palace, where Tipu Sultan used to live. And then there was a water gate as well, which is having its own importance in history, but I will not go into that. Historical things can be explored in Wikipedia, or you can just ask me in comment. I will send you some of the links where you can get the details of history as well. Anyways, most of the things are destroyed nowadays, but still it has its own importance yet. Then I went to Tipu's death place, where the body of Tipu Sultan was found. This particular place was that where Tipu's body was found. And then there was the Gumbaz. It is a tomb and mosque, which was built by Tipu Sultan as a tribute to his father Hyder Ali after his death. And after that, I went to Darya Daulat Bagh, which is known as the summer palace of Tipu Sultan. It was constructed in 1784. It is made of teak, and now it has been converted into a museum, which is devoted to Tipu Sultan. So it was one of the nice places, I must say, and really it has its own importance. And you can see from these pictures that why Tipu Sultan used to call it as a summer palace. It was a beautiful place. So I completed all these places by 2 p.m. It will not take much time to visit all these places. And my suggestion would be, when I went to the temple at initial level, I hired an auto out there for 100 or 150 rupees, and within 2 to 2.5 hours, he took me to all the places, and I was able to explore complete Seringapattana. So it was a good deal for me. You can also try that, and you can get a good deal either. So after that, I started traveling to Mysore at around 3 p.m. and I reached Mysore before 5 p.m. Now, next day, early in the morning, I started my journey to Gopal Swami Beta at 6 a.m. early in the morning. This place is, you must visit this place early in the morning only, because only then you can find a really beautiful environment out there. It's a hilly area, and when you'll be riding from that particular place, you can see fog throughout the year in that particular area during sunrise. So it's good to visit that place early in the morning only. After that, from Gopal Swami Beta, you can go to Bandipur National Park to cover or cover the Mysuru. What I will suggest in this particular video, I will show you when you will be covering Mysore, what all you can cover. In next video, I will tell you about Bandipur National Park and Ooty as well. So basically, now let me explain some of the places to visit in Mysuru. You can go to Jagan Mohan Palace, which opens at 10 a.m. till 5:30 p.m. So start your journey from there. From there, I went to Lalita Mahal Palace, which opens at 10 a.m. By the way, you can easily visit that. Mysuru Palace. The Mysore is famous for palaces. It's city of palace. So Mysore Palace is one of the most famous palace out there. You can visit it, and you should visit it, of course. Then Chamundeshwari Temple is one of the famous temple out there. And after completing the Chamundeshwari Temple, I started my journey further. So one of the most important thing, while on my way to Chamundeshwari Temple, I found this amazing sand museum. Its cost to enter was hardly 10 to 20 rupees, but amazing architecture, how they made these characters with sand, it's really tough and a good job they have done, and they're charging very less to go there. You should visit this place. It's amazing and cheap as well. And of course, when I was on my way to temple, the location, the beauty, and the journey was pretty much amazing. You can check out the location for that. After that, I came back and I went to St. Philomon's Church, which is a famous church, and you can see how beautiful it is. architecture was really really good, and it looks good in the evening during sunset or before that. So you should visit at that particular time, it will be really good. And finally I covered the Vrindavan garden. Timing is 6 a.m. to 8 p.m. and musical fountain start at 6:30 p.m. So anyways, I will suggest you to be here somewhere during evening when you can see this place with a little bit of sunlight and during the sunset as well. So it was an amazing place, and after that you can go to sorry, not after that, in between you have to go to Balmuri and Edmuri Fall. Somehow I haven't got the chance to visit that place this fall, but I would suggest that you should visit. Why I was unable to visit was I explained this trip for 2 days, but I actually covered it in one day only, so it was a bit difficult task for me. Anyways, it was an amazing trip, and this is the complete description of how you can visit from Bengaluru to Seringapatnam to Mysuru. In my next video, I will be explaining about from Mysuru to Ooty, which was an amazing trip for me, and you will get some more knowledge about that particular location. I hope you enjoyed this video, and like me, subscribe me if you like this particular video. Thank you so much. Bye bye.